Hey everybody, I'm Shone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, blah, thanks for hanging in there with me. Today, I'm going to show you how I stitch out this apron, which is a really quick stitch in my opinion, just one color using my Tajima Sai multi-needle. Stay tuned. Okay guys, so for this project, I'm going to be embroidering some logos on some aprons. The first one I am going to be doing is Shabella Candle Company, and she is a nurse-owned business and she's in the Atlanta area. She asked me if I could do some aprons for her because she does farmers markets on the weekends. So this is her logo stitch. I just did a test stitch to make sure I liked it, and I think it came out beautiful. Of course, I used paper stabilizer when I tested it, and you ideally should use the same type of stabilizer and fabric to do your test stitches as the product you're going to be actually stitching. But I didn't have any, I'm running low on cutaway stabilizer, so I wasn't trying to waste it, okay? So I have my cutaway stabilizer, and I'm gonna hoop all of this, okay? Pray for me, y'all, because I truly do not like hooping anything. And I'm just paying attention to where this little screw is and making sure that it is loose. There's a little screw on this hoop. This is the 8x12 hoop for the Tajima Sai. That is for Juki. It's the 8 needle embroidery machine. I am gonna try to get this hooped and hopefully I'll get it even. I'm not sure. This is definitely a challenge for me. And it's just because truly, after I found out how to float things with the single needle, I float everything I possibly can. So now I'm like learning all over again to do things the proper way. So that looks about straight to me. Add a little pressure. Okay, try to get it as straight as possible. And then the screw on the side here, I'm just going to make sure it's nice and tight. And I'm going to take it over to the machine after I run the lint brush over it. And this isn't tight enough. You see how that bulged up? That's not going to work. I need to make sure it's in there. Because if your stuff isn't tight enough, it will affect the way your stitches look, and that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's on the single needle or the multi-needle. If it's not hooped good and the stabilizer is not tight enough, you could have a whole mess on your hand. Okay, and some people would use the spray-on stuff to keep it as flat as possible, but I'm not going to do that today. So now let's go over to the machine. Alrighty, so we are at the machine and I am gonna put this on the hoop. I have it hooped backwards so that it's actually facing me, so that there's less going towards the machine, because there's only so much space as far as give way. And let's see here. Just kind of slides up under there. And I want to make sure I get it to the second nodule on each side. It clicks in. I'm just reaching under here now to make sure that neck strap is not caught up. And I'm going to pray that this stitches out good, because it's not as tight as I would like. But then I'm used to the flatbed where it's flat, so there's air up under here. Big difference. But anyways, let's pull up the design. I'm going to hit this little flower. The design is on the USB port, and it is on the second page. And the machine doesn't put pictures up, it just shows you the name. So when you're putting something on your USB port going to this machine, make sure you label it so that you know what you're looking for. You can find what you're looking for. That is Ciao Bella. And delete fine stitches, yes. I'm gonna click it over to the purple just so I can make sure it's aligned right, okay, as far as the orientation. So I don't want to leave it on purple because I want this to be stitched out in white. So I'm going to put it back to number 2, which is the white thread, and I'm gonna hit set. It is tubular 1. This is the biggest frame, the 8x12 that the machine can run with. I'll hit set. I do want to measure out and trace from the center of the design, and let's see, I'm gonna hit set again. So now that's the center of the design here, and that's it here. I really want it to go a little higher up, so I'm gonna push the down button. The down button, and let's see if that will work. One more time. And now I'm going to hit trace, and we'll see if it traces, if it looks like it'll be high enough. I mean, because the apron comes up and around your neck, so I don't want it to be all the way down in your stomach. The crosshairs look good. I think that'll work. I hope I didn't miss anything on it. I'm gonna do this one more time just for my own, knowing that it's gonna be traced right. Centered right, I'm sorry. Okay, and it's not going out of bounds over there. And I'm looking at these crosshairs to see where it lands on the apron. Okay, so we're good. It doesn't go out of bounds anywhere. Okay, so let's hit start, and we will litter stitch. Ooh, I hope that's not too low. I think that's going to stitch out pretty good, and of course I will not record the whole thing stitching out, and I'll check back in a little while. She is still stitching pretty good. Alrighty, she is getting it done. I'm not sure why it stitches backwards. That's the way he digitized it, but it comes out well, so I have no complaints. Alrighty, we are finished. No, we are not stitching this again right now. So I'm going to take it off of here. Look at that. Tell me that is not pretty. It really is. It is actually as pretty as her candles smell. I know that sounds corny, but okay, so I'm going to take this off of the hoop, off of the hoop and get it cleaned up. Alrighty, so we are back to the table. I am going to take this apron off of the hoop. Sit this right there, and I'll just sit it over here. And now what I'll do, I'm going to just trim the stabilizer from around it. I'm not going to cut all of it off. I don't know what that was. The different color got caught up on the bottom. I must need to clean out the bobbin casing, but that's okay because there is no blue showing on this part. So let's see here. I'll go through and hopefully you can see this. And just be careful, you know, that you don't go through all of this and then end up cutting up the actual fabric of your item. Okay. And you can always make it look better just making the cut smoother because that was a little jagged. Okay, I don't know if that made it any better or not, but thinking I better stop while I'm ahead. Okay, so that is how it's looking. I am going to get the iron and press it out just to make sure it looks good. And that will be it. I am going to use my little iron that I got that from Walmart, but they have it on Amazon and at a couple of other places. So let's see here. I have an extension cord over here. And okay, get that warmed up. I'm going to iron it from the back side. I did use polyester thread, so I don't know if the temperature will melt it and make it look terrible. I try to iron anything that I use the polyester thread. I try to iron it from the back side. Now that blue thread is going to bother me. I'm just trying to get a little bit of it off. I'm gonna leave that alone. Now I do have water in here so that it'll steam. I'm just gonna steam the back of it to get it nice and straight. Okay, and then I'll just iron the rest of it before I fold it up. And I know it's wrinkled when it comes out of the box, but or out of the package. But I like to iron over stuff. I do not pre-wash anything, but I will iron it because I don't want to give anybody something that's just wrinkled. Okay, I'm going to be refolding this, and the fold lines probably won't line up because I'm going to fold it so that the embroidery is presenting. So I just iron over it just for the sake of it not looking a whole mess. Okay, so I'll continue ironing it and I'll show you what I'm left with. Alrighty, so this is the final product. I just folded it so that you can see it. I didn't iron this part out. I'll do that before I pack it up though, because that will just make it look a little bit neater. But anyways, this is the final product. It stitches out very nicely. Now I did pull up the information for Hassan, and it is zebway.com, or you can find him on Facebook at Hassan Zebway. Okay, I hope you can see that. But that is who did the digitization. And if by chance you're looking for some candles that smell really good, Shabella Candle Company does smell really good. Okay, now this is the warm vanilla. And look, I burnt it pretty much all the way down. Very nice. It's a very nice candle. What does it say? Buttercream, vanilla, and bourbon. I wanted it because it has the vanilla in it. I love the vanilla scents. But it's a very nice candle. She does very good work. And hopefully she will keep getting business and I can keep stitching aprons for her. So that is all I have for you all for this video. I hope that it was informative or maybe just entertaining. I don't know. Some people just like to watch people stitch. But thank you all for watching, and until next time, you know, I always ask you to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you would like to, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.